I feel like if you're going to do anything, give it your all so that you can look back and say you gave it everything you had and you never left anything on the table.
As athletes prepare for their moment in the spotlight, words like those echo in their minds. Here on the track, it's no different, as each competitor pushes past fatigue, leaving everything behind on the dirt. Even when the victory is elusive, they still have the knowledge they pushed their limits. Today, at Nephi, Utah, such racers are preparing for one of the most difficult competitions in the motocross world. This is an endurance battle, where everything about the track has been designed to throw them off, quite literally. The Juab Xtreme Racing Event is one of the premier preseason dirt bike contests, a race where giving 110% is not an option, it's a requirement.
We're here today to race some motorcycles. They got a pretty cool track in there for us, all kinds of rocks and logs and jumps and some weird boops, and should be fun.
We started back in 2011. We just love to bring in all kinds of obstacles, tires and rocks and logs, try to make it as difficult as possible for the riders, and just hopefully put on a good show for the spectators and make it fun for everybody. We have classes that range from just the smallest riders all the way up to the fastest, biggest pros. Just a great way to bring people out and do some fun things.
This is definitely a lot more extreme than regular dirt biking. We got big tires, big logs, really tight racing, and so it's a lot harder than just going out and trail riding.
The Juab County Fairgrounds has been the home of the extreme race for 5 years, and it's grown in size during that time to accommodate the increased attendance at events like this. What started as a small rodeo venue now plays host to some of the biggest shows in the state, including the Ute Stampede Rodeo and the annual Demolition Derby. The Juab Xtreme is the most recent in a long line of events, but it holds its own in terms of crowd pleasing. The eclectic course has earned its place as the first real enduro run of the season for many of these professionals. It's even allowed some local riders the chance to give the sport of endurocross a try without having to travel from one end of the country to the other. That ease of access has turned some amateurs into full-blown professionals.
I was racing desert at the time, and they held an event here in Juab, and I tried it out and fell in love with it, and then I've kind of been chasing ever since. That was back in 2012.
I've competed all over the world. This is, I think, my third time at this event, and we just come out because it's a good time, you know. The promoters put up some money, so that's always an incentive to come out, and they always build a fun track. So it's kind of the perfect time of year for us endurocross racers, because it's like a preseason race. You know, we get to gauge where we're at, how our training is going, and you know, what better practice is there than getting out there and racing.
Now, the Juab Xtreme is over for this year, but it'll be back at the Nephi Fairgrounds in 2018. Each year, more and more competitors join the sport, and the Xtreme has allowed many of them to find their true passion. Inexperienced entrants are even able to rub elbows with the professionals. Most are more than willing to share sage advice with those breaking into the sport or dreaming of enduro victory.
Learn to enjoy the struggle, because I don't think you find your strengths if you don't, give it your all and try to push through those struggles. Endurocross isn't an easy sport. You're going to have bad days.
The best thing you can do is just time on the bike. You know, that's how I got into it. I didn't have any professional training or, coaches or anything like that. It was just me and my dad and my buddies, and we would go out and just put tons of hours on a dirt bike.
Well, those tons of hours may have been long and arduous, but in the end, they paid off on the podium. Like all athletes, endurance and passion go a long way toward achieving victory. But even when you're not the rider holding a trophy over your head at the end of the night, it's enough knowing you left it all on the track and gave it everything you had. From the trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.